We will also be looking back at the life of the man behind these famous songs and many others. Burt Bacharach, one of pop music's greatest composers, has died in Los Angeles at the age of 94. The man behind some of the most memorable songs of the 20th century, Burt Bacharach, has died at the age of 94. He composed famous hits for some of the biggest stars, from Frank Sinatra and Aretha Franklin to Tom Jones. He won 3 Oscars, 2 Golden Globes, 6 Grammys, and his songs made 50 chart hits in the US and UK. He was hailed as one of the most important songwriters of the 20th century. As tributes pour in, our music correspondent Mark Savage looks back at his life.
Burt Bacharach's songs were classy, musically complex and stylish. His muses were some of the world's greatest singers.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
With the lyricist Hal David, he created hits like The Look of Love, Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, and Magic Moments.
He never finished a song in one day because he would like to go home out to Long Island, and I would want to go back to my apartment and work on what we were working on, and maybe finish it the next day or the day after that. So, you know, you don't get awards for writing 5 songs a day.
What's it all about, Alfie?
And as a producer and arranger, he was a perfectionist. It took Cilla Black 31 takes to get this one right.
What's it all about when you sort it out, Alfie?
One more. Did she speak to you afterwards?
Yes. And even if she did, it would have been okay. All that mattered was that record come out the way I wanted it to come out.
Burt Bacharach had his greatest successes in the 1960s, when his sophisticated pop was a counterpoint to the chaos of rock and roll.
Just like me, they long to be close to you.
During the 1970s, artists like the Carpenters continued his run of hits, and even punk bands like the Stranglers acknowledged his greatness.
Walk on by. I walk on by.
But the ultimate interpreter of Burt Bacharach's songs was Dionne Warwick. Their chemistry was magical. In his later years, Bacharach worked with Elvis Costello, Adele, and even the rapper Dr. Dre, proof of the lasting power of his timeless airborne melodies.
The legendary composer Burt Bacharach, who has died at the age of 94.
The incredible songwriting talents of composer Burt Bacharach were remembered fondly today as his death was announced at the age of 94. The American musician wrote huge hits for some of the 20th century's biggest names, from Dionne Warwick to Cilla Black. Our US correspondent Dan Rivers looks back at his musical legacy.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Burt Bacharach's songs were the score to so many lives. Performances like this one, part of a golden era of classics, which won him accolades and awards, including 3 Oscars.
The winner is Burt Bacharach for Butch Cassidy.
This was his understated acceptance at the 1970 Academy Awards.
I'm deeply happy. I just can tell you that.
For one of the most memorable musical interludes in cinema history.
Raindrops are falling on my head.
This version, like so many of his songs, was performed by someone else. Tunes we all know, but might not realise he composed.
I say a little prayer for you.
Suddenly appear.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
His cameo in one of the Austin Powers movies literally introduced him to a new generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Burt Bacharach.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
His songs cropping up in film after film.
Why do birds suddenly appeared.
Every time you are near,
Just like me, they long to be close to you.
in 2012, President Obama awarded him one of the highest musical honours, the Gershwin Medal for a lifetime of achievement.
What this represents is a body of my work. And for that, it means so very much. Thank you, Mr. President.
A man of modesty with a prodigious gift for writing songs you just can't forget.
The songwriter and composer Burt Bacharach, who has died at the age of 94.